people are owed reparations. Reparations now. All my Johnsons. Wolfpack. Big K.
Ayo, wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Pause like 10 Black, overwhelmed, but I gotta get my wits jacked. We be preaching to the quiet like a hymn track, but we gotta make a dent, get the rich back. Laying in the street, we got brothers that overdosing, trying to help the poor with their handicap and emotion. Both parties suck, take a minute and let it soak in. They don't give a fuck, they be locking you up for smoking. Both parties suck, Johnson, what they're serving up is a lace concoction. Spit it in a face, Johnson, what the fuck you do with a snake when you boxing? Wanna fall in line with the face is an option. I'ma stand for mine, I'ma ride with my conscience. If you wanna ride, I'd advise you with caution. When they get the chance, sell you out like an auction. Fucked in, like control opposition. Cunts on the boat and they roll their position. Top down, yeah, I'm sold on the mission. I ain't bringing coast, I'm searching for friction. Politicians faking these raps give me conniptions. They be out here serving their donuts like a religion. Calling out these blasphemous promises my addiction. They ain't got no soul, yeah, they sold it up for a patient. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Ayo, time. Fuck conservative, run on McDonald. Clean, but you look and you sound like you off at the bottle. White boy dress for the follow. You can see through the grip, so you need to let off of the throttle. Try the right, we beside let us have us a top. Be a man, we can walk through the basics. You ain't getting shot, just talking about race. Motherfucker, you get shot for being racist. Yo, say you spitting facts, you clearly be in your feelings. Quoting Ben Shapiro, what else the fuck you conceal? See, we didn't free the slaves, and you acting like we the same. Like resigning effects, same thing, you fucking idiot. Right-wing frauds really made me belligerent. Educate America, overcoming the ignorance. Big homie Black, show you bitches the difference. They outsource jobs and blaming it on the immigrants. Grow for initiative, hold the line with the wolf pack. Giving me a shot, I blew through him like I'm a fullback. Riding from inside the center, where your soul at. Can't distract blast, cause homie be full of bullcrap. ACAB, yeah, I'm bending the law. Your system is broke, if you need this and ours, need divine intervention. Need it fixed by the gods, hold up, I'ma need to catch my breath. Pause. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause.
What? Hope that's working. Give me love. What up? Yo, what is going on, man? What is happening? Oh, we good here. Got to make sure we're good here, man. What's going on? Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house. There we go. Wow, okay. We are live. Hold on a second, guys. We are live on YouTube. I don't know if we're live on Periscope. I don't know if we're live on Facebook. I don't know if we're live on Twitch. But we are live on the YouTubes. What's up, people? All right, what's going on? How y'all feeling? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to another edition of Pause with Tim Black. Hope you weren't expecting somebody else to be here. That would be a problem because this is my crib. What is going on, man? What is up? What is up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Are we loud and clear? Are we loud and clear? Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house. Yeah, Tim Black's Wolfpack is in the house. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm trying to get, we want a little dramatic appeal, but not too much dramatic appeal. Goodness gracious. We all right? We all right? We good? All right. Got to make sure I come up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you can see it, brother, because we got a lot of melanin. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So look, let's get right to it. If you're new to the show, this is where we take, well, this time we're going to take more than one topic. But I'm going to try to weave them all together, okay? So it'll be one thing to think about when you leave or when this podcast ends. When this ends. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in getting this in the podcast, it's out there. Pause with Tim Black. Look for that on wherever you get podcasts from. All right? All right. We're going to start this as we always do. Cut the check. Cut the check. That's what you got to do, man. You got to cut the check now. I would like to address this first off. R. Kelly. R. Kelly has been found guilty in the court of law. According to what I read, it was 7 men and 5 women found R. Kelly today guilty of everything that the state presented against him. They found him guilty in that. It was a lot of counts. The leading count was racketeering. Racketeering. Preying on women, predatory offense of trafficking women for the purposes of misconduct, sexual, whatever. Okay. The Mann Act, which was the same thing we used on the boxer back in the day. And here we are. This is where we are. Okay. We got to deal with this, and let's talk about it as directly as we can. If R. Kelly did what they said R. Kelly did, if R. Kelly, because there's one part of this, there's no debate. I was not in that courtroom to know exactly what the evidence was that was presented, but as a father of a daughter, as a father of 2 grandchildren, as a husband of a wife, as a son of a mother, if what they say is true, and if it was proven in the court of law that R. Kelly preyed on underage women and boys, girls and boys, underage, boys and girls, don't even say underage, because when I say boys and girls, we ain't talking about adults. We're talking about underage people. So if what they say is true, and they prove this in the court of law, that R. Kelly preyed on and had relations with, in any way, shape, or form, with boys or girls, if that's true, then what happened today was justice, if that's what's true. Actually, I don't even want to say justice. I'm going to say I'm good with what happened to him. If what they say is true, if it's possible, if it's real, if they proved it. Now, I don't know what the evidence that was presented. I was not in the courtroom. I could not view this live in action. But if what they say is true, because there's no way that I would ever try to argue, or try to play devil's advocate, or any of that shit for anyone who puts their hands on a child in a sexual way. I don't care what happened to you in your past. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you smoked, what you drank. I don't care what kind of bad day you having or good day you having. I don't care what you agreed to. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care where you was. That's just how I see it. I think more people need to just come out like that flat. So let me do it for you. All right? And let the chips fall where they may. If you got a problem with me, have a problem with anybody putting their hands on a child, boy or girl, an adult putting their hands on a child in a sexual way for whatever reason, no matter who they are, no matter where they've been, no matter how many Emmys, nominations, or awards, or money, or houses, or boats, or planes, or gold albums, or diamond albums, or videos, or whatever. I don't give a damn, Johnson. If that is true, and if it was proven in the court of law, and if you know in your heart, person, if you know in your heart of hearts that is true and you did that, you deserve jail. Now, I should not have to say that. That should go without even having to explain. But you got to pick your words so delicately. Because I come from a group of people that have been beaten to demise, disrespected, lied on, cheated on, framed, lynched, executed. So we got to put all things in context. And I recognize that I come from that group of people. Too bad some of us don't recognize that. They would like to get on social media platforms and on cable news shows and pretend that black people don't have the history that black people have. All of a sudden, they don't know nothing about history. They don't know nothing about Emmett Till. All of a sudden, they don't understand the history of black folks being lynched. They used a fabricated, blown-up story about a man accidentally bumping into a white woman in an elevator, and white people use that as an excuse to burn 40 blocks of businesses and kill over 300 black people in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. and what's called the Bloody Summer, right? The Tulsa Massacre. So don't tell me that you don't understand history. You don't understand the context of why black people have a problem agreeing with or believing when people make allegations against black people. It's because they understand what has happened to black people when allegations are made. They didn't even hold fair trials. They said, why should we waste time trying anybody? Let's just go grab them now and hang them. Why waste taxpayer dollars holding a trial? That's how America operated. So when people had these conversations, right, and people are talking, you're going to hear them. You're going to hear them over the next couple of days. Shitting on black people who are standing with R. Kelly, not even giving any context at all to the reason why black people are so hesitant to believe our justice system. Now, if we were talking about another country, and another country had the history that America has, we'd have no problem understanding. We'd be like, well, of course not. They got a kangaroo court system that studies have shown that they are biased. They have a kangaroo court system where studies have shown that black people in that country, these people get marginalized, executed for the same crimes as others commit who get life. You would totally understand it. You would not need an interpreter. You would not need the Tim Black to educate the masses. Everyone would get it, and no one would have a problem with it. But since it's the United States of America, no one understands context. Nobody wants to weigh where we are now to where we have been and where we are going. And look at everything as one big piece. Not that life began last week, or with the R. Kelly scandal, or with the R. Kelly trial, that America has been America this whole time, and we've been in this motherfucker, and we know what's been going on. So we give America a side eye whenever it prosecutes one of us, because America has a bad history of over-prosecuting us and railroading us. I can say all of that and still say, if R. Kelly touched one of these children, whether it be a boy or a girl, in a sexual way, and if that was proven, I was not in the courtroom, I damn sure was not in the hotel room. But if he did that, jail. And I got a feeling that there's very few, maybe 1% of people, of 1% of black people that would disagree with that. Only 1% of black people would disagree. Because if they knew for a fact that that happened, they'd be like, yeah, bye. You might have different ideas about how long that should be, what the charge should be exactly. But yeah. Problem is, people tend not to believe the allegations. So when people out there like Dr. Jason Johnson or Tiffany Cross or Joyanne Reed or Don Lemon or any of these other people, or what's her name, Oprah's friend, when Gwen, or any of them are piling on R. Kelly, they're leaving out the fact that some of us may not believe the allegations. Now, I'm going to tell you something, guys, about the R. Kelly trial that I do find that gave me a little bit of pause, made me have to slow my roll and reconsider things. See, America's got a lot of scumbags. It's got a lot of scumbag activity that occurs in America. A lot of taking advantage of people. A lot of people using their power and their money to run roughshod over the rest of us. That has been going on in America since America's been America. There's always been somebody with power taking advantage of somebody without power. That's what America's been built on from its very inception. If it wasn't for that, there probably wouldn't be in America. You understand what I'm saying? So, but there's a difference between being a scumbag and being a criminal. Yeah, just because somebody does something that I may think is morally depraved, that I may think is disgusting and vile, that I may think is totally unethical, that doesn't mean it's criminal. There's a difference. That's because you do something that I would not do does not make that criminal. There are a lot of people that do shit I wouldn't do. Does that make them criminals? I think it's wrong to sell out black people. Democrats do it every day. But they ain't criminals because they do it. I think it's wrong to do a Candace Owens and throw black people under the bus, or be a Larry Elder and say that black people don't deserve reparations, white slave owners do. But then against the law. Just because I, find them totally repulsive people doesn't make them illegal. Doesn't make their actions criminal, I should say. So these are the things I tried to reconsider with R. Kelly. What was criminal and what was not criminal? And what were they proving? There it goes. So I hope I'm making myself clear on R. Kelly. I know it's going to be people that take me out of context. Hopefully I'm starting to get rid of some of those people that do that on purpose. Hope that they've gotten tired of running around, chasing every comment I make to twist that shit to some currents can help them try to get rid of a brother. Hope we're starting to shed ourselves of these people. And the only thing I can say is I apologize to my black audience and to my white ally audience for even subjecting you from being around these type of people. I wish I would have knew then what I know now. All followers ain't good followers. All views ain't good views. Get away from these motherfuckers as soon as you can. They bad for your health. We live and we learn. Ain't nobody perfect. But believe me, I've been learning on the fly, Johnson. I've been learning on the fly. Everything in America tells you, make more people see what you do. Make more people get eyeballs on what you do. They never tell you, not all eyeballs are good eyeballs. Not all followers are good followers. They tell you, get your numbers up. Sometimes you don't want to go all the way up, all the way up. You don't want to go all the way up, all the way up. You need to stay at least halfway down. Another thing I want to talk to you about is the mask. It's the mask, guys. It's the mask. I mean, besides, cut the check. This whole shit with the mask has really got me upset, man. Because I saw a video of a white woman and a white man in a restaurant complaining because they had to wear a mask when they walked into the restaurant. Yeah, they were complaining they had to wear a mask when they walked into the restaurant. This was something that she could not do. She physically was incapable of wearing a mask to enter a restaurant. As a person who lives in Maryland, I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, you wear the mask till you get to your table. This white woman was so irate because she had to wear a mask to enter the restaurant. Not just her, everybody had to wear a mask. All the waitresses were wearing masks, the managers were wearing masks, the cooks were wearing a mask. It wasn't just for her. It was for everybody in the establishment. There was a little kid wearing a mask. Everybody got to wear a mask. The dog outside was wearing a mask. The roaches were wearing a mask. The mice was wearing a mask. Everybody had on a mask. Little hound dog in the corner was wearing a mask. Everybody could wear a mask except Karen. Karen and Ken could not be bothered to do what the rest of the people had to do. No, it was too hard for them. They got so indignant they started to recite oppression. Yeah, they said, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. You're black, and there used to be discrimination against black people. And now you're doing that to me. You're discriminating against us just like they used to discriminate against black people. She's talking about a mask, Johnson. A mask, a piece of cloth that you can take on and off. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, how fucking stupid is this? No one else would agree with her. This is an isolated incident of stupidity and white fragility and Karenness to the highest degree in a package. This is an anomaly. I won't see this shit nowhere else. Lo and behold, in the comments section of that video, there were white people. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, she's got a good point. These people, they are dead. Their brains don't work like normal people's brains would work. Their rationale doesn't work. They are the most agreed people on the planet, yet the most devious, most destructive that have ever existed in mankind history. Yes, the most aggrieved, the most victimized. Ken and Karen. Oh, God. They were actually doubling down on the dumb shit. To add insult to injury, in my inbox, my Gmail, someone sent me a message comparing the same attributes of a person with black skin being barred from restaurants or water fountains or certain bathrooms because of their black skin to that of a person who refuses to wear a mask. Jesus wept. I'm telling you, folks, this is some horrible stuff I was reading in the last couple of days. I told the person who sent that letter, I told them this. I said, I see no correlation between the two things. I don't know if you noticed or not, but you could take a mask off. Black people couldn't take off the color of their skin. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but Jim Crow was a policy of degradation across this country. It was an institution of discrimination and degradation of black people for almost 100 years, from 1865 to 1965, which controlled the ability for black people to truly exert their constitutional rights in this country. You are talking to me about a temporary mandate to all people, everybody, about a piece of cloth or paper-like material that could be worn for just the time you're in the store to when you leave. It exists for people with one leg or two, or people black, white, or Jew, people that play ball, and people that stand tall or stand short, or whistle Dixie, or like to get busy. For people who roll an L, to people who catch some Z's. It exists for everyone. But it's only briefly. As we go through this trying time, even if you disagree with it, it takes but a minute. And then you're finished. You take it off as you leave. You got what you came to get, and then you're gone. Somehow they made that the same thing as being a black person discriminated against in this country for 100 years. And they didn't understand why people like Tim Black yell and get off into their ass on videos. And why I make the content I make and why I shit on them. They don't get it. They literally don't understand the difference. Well, it's in the same ballpark. Yeah, you know what? Baseball and golf are in the same ballpark too. But they're nowhere near the same, are they? It's one of the most blatant slaps in the face for the people who are from the group who initiated the segregation and discrimination of black people for 100 years. We're talking 2 generations. Only preceded by slavery, which was even a more vile form of discrimination. I mean, come on. Those same people now cry victim for having to do something their government told them to do that to an average person seems like nothing. No big deal. Well, to us, in comparison. And then I wonder why we can't get reparations, and then I get it. You know what? That's kind of funny. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if these same prima donna, these same privileged assholes, these same entitled morons don't file lawsuits against the U.S. government for reparations for having to wear a mask for those 6 months or that year. Yeah, I can see them doing it. Can't you? Tell me you don't see that as a possibility. You know how they roll. I can see them all. I can see them filing lawsuit after lawsuit against their state or their federal government because they had to wear a mask to enter a roller rink or a donut shop, and they didn't feel like it. And now they want to sue because it's against their constitutional rights. To me, wearing a mask ain't nothing different than having to wear shoes and a shirt and pants or bottoms It's a dress code. Not even an expensive one. It's like you gotta have on a suit jacket and a tie. Oh, it's not a black, black collar event or white, whatever. Anyway, I just find it hypocritical as hell. Hope I don't get a strike on my account for even talking about it. YouTube is very, very strict about what you can talk about. Yeah, somehow that may be encouraging people to, I don't know. Let's move on. Recently, the Democrats and the Republicans tried to come together on some police reform or some form of police reform in the George Floyd Act. Guys, I want you to understand how horrible our politics is. We got Senator Tim Scott, the only black Republican senator, going after Cory Booker's liberal ass for what he says is causing the negotiations to seize up. That's it, seize up. He said, hey, the Republicans want to stay at the table negotiating police reform with the George Floyd Act, but it was the Democrats who screwed it up, notably Cory Booker, because Cory Booker, he wanted to cut funding of the police. Our politics is so bad that we have people that can't see through the bullshit. They can't. Cory Booker, all I could hear from Cory Booker was him saying over and over that Tim Scott was a good friend and there's no reason why we got a name call or point fingers. No, we do need to point fingers, Cory. We do need to name call. We need to call them all out. There are people dying at the hands of police, Cory Booker. You should be serious about that. Weren't you in a couple documentaries about police reform? I thought you gave a fuck. Well, you got this guy, Tim Scott, and I don't give a shit if you friends and you play golf before or you hung out or you did jello shots together. I don't give a damn what your relationship is with Tim Scott. What I care about is, are you getting this damn police reform done? Sounds to me like you're too busy worried about being a nice guy. Which to me sounds like bullshit. Because I don't think you're that nice of a guy, and I don't think Tim Scott's that nice of a guy. In fact, I think you're both two wings of the same bird, playing a bunch of morons and naive voters to think that there's really a fight going on. There's a good side and a bad side, when it's both two bad sides. That's what I think, Cory Booker. I can't prove it, but I strongly have that opinion. Tim Scott, it's not defunding the police if you get the same amount of money, maybe even more, if only the police force would follow some simple guidelines. Yeah, like if you're given an opportunity to make even more money or get even more money allocated to your police department in the form of grants, but you refuse to wear your damn body cameras, and since they're going to lose money because they don't want to comply with the conditions of getting more money, that's not called a defunding, that's called a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty. We all get those. Like, you can make more money on your job, but if your job performance does not reach a certain height, then you don't get the extra money. You don't get the bonus. Yeah, Tim Scott, all the rest of us who have worked or do work, regular jobs, we face the same type of defunding that you talk about. And none of us would call it a defunding. We would call it not qualifying for the bonus. Yeah, we got police departments that Tim Scott is so concerned about, where they could get the same amount of money, if not more money. But all they had to do is put on their fucking body cameras and also report their interactions with citizens. Do you know in most police departments, they could beat the shit out of you and no one even know about it because they don't even have to file a report for every incident that they have or interaction that they have? So they're basically able to just walk around doing that whatever the fuck they want to do to whomever they want to do it and not even recording that an incident occurred. That adds a new level to nothing to see here, move on. And two, Tim Scott on live TV, he defended that position and made that seem like that was a very rational decision. or position. As if cops should be above even reporting what the fuck they do. As if they're anointed by God. Yeah, like cops are somehow ordained, kissed on the lips by Jesus Christ, his fucking self. So they could be above even being able to account in their own notes and hand them over. Tim Scott, you are a piece of shit. And Cory Booker might tell you, because Cory Booker has no spine, and you both have the same paymasters. But I'm telling you, you're a horrible individual. A horrible, lame individual. And I don't give a fuck how much money you make as being a senator. It ain't enough. They should pay you 5 times more. Yeah, pay you 5 times more to sell your soul the way you have done. To shuck and jive the way you have shucked and jived is a monumental performance. You deserve a bonus, sir. A bonus, you stepping fetch it, handkerchief head, tap dancing coon. You deserve extra buttermilk biscuit mix with cheddar, cheese, maple syrup, some sprinkles, and some powdered sugar on top. You deserve all the types of delicacies that a Sambo would enjoy. Because you've sown black people out so far, so well. You've exceeded all expectations for sellification. You've surpassed all levels of coonification. You are, sir, are in another realm. And to Cory Booker, everything I said times 2, because you pretend not to be a sellout when you are. Tim Black, I believe that Americans should all work together. And I'm here with my good friend, Tim Scott, to try to get things done. We all need to have more love. What we need to have is less fake, sellout, liberals like you, who Martin Luther King Jr. talked to us about, selling black people out, throwing black people under the bus, and pretending like they give a damn about black people. Oh, come on, Tim Black. Tim Black, when I was mayor of Newark, when I was running my own stop and frisk, just like Giuliani, I loved black people then, and I still live amongst the blacks now, even though I have around-the-clock security. Oh, Tim Black, when my girlfriend's name was Rosario Dawson, and we used to go to the store, I used to buy vegan burgers, and I used to do all types of stuff when I was taking my pharmaceutical money, because my pharmaceutical money is so great. And yeah, I'm taking money from Big Fossil, and Big Pharma, but I still love people. Why can't we all get along? Why can't we all pursue Jesus? Why can't we all fire all the Democrats and all the Republicans and start over? And cut the check. That's what we should do, cut the fucking check. We should demand that the Democrats cut the check. Joe Biden should have to drive his old ass up there on his walker and cut our damn check. He just signed an executive order to cut a check. He needs to go in tomorrow, and the only thing on his mind is cutting the check and go get the check cut. That's what y'all need to do. And if not, we need to make sure you don't ever win another general election, because I'm tired of your bullshit. We are tired of your bullshit. Speaking of Cory Booker, who is just as bad as Tim Scott and doesn't get nowhere near the attention he deserves for his chicanery and fuckery. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of black people throwing black people under the bus and then saying shit like, hey, I'm black. I'm black. Of course I wouldn't throw us under the bus. Aren't I black? Motherfucker, you being black got nothing to do with it if your politics is white supremacy. Yeah, it doesn't matter what color you are if your politics is the same as a neoliberal or a white conservative who don't like black people. If your politics is anti-black, I don't give a damn what you look like. And the other way, if your politics helps black people, I don't give a damn what kind of comb you use or if you use suntan lotion, or if you're white. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't get to say, but I'm black, so are you trying to say, even though I'm black, I don't care about black issues? Of course I do. This is bullshit. And white people, stop trying to convince us of what we already know. Yeah, stop trying to convince us that our eyes lie to us. We tell you when someone's a sellout to black people. You don't get to tell us who's a sellout to our people, who is selling black people down the river. You don't get to tell us that. The most disgusting thing in the world, y'all. I had a Karen, full-fledged, full-on, bold-ass Karen in my mentions in Twitter, telling me about how harsh or mean I was to a certain Harvard graduate who was a former corporate lawyer turned grifter and whisperer to conservatives and Boogaloo Boys and Klan members and Nazis all over the country. And still misleading certain dumbass, fake-ass, liberal-ass, don't know what's going on ass progressives. This Karen proceeded to tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about, and that I was wrong, and I was too harsh. You don't get to tell me that I don't know what pro-black politics is or anti-black politics is. And you don't get to tell us as black people who we trust and not trust. What you need to do, or what you get to do, is shut all the way the fuck up. Karen, you know what I don't do, Karen? Because see, I'm not a woman. I don't go into women's space telling women who their champions should be. I don't go around telling women what women they should like or women they should admire or what women speak to them or speak for them. No, because I'm not a woman. I'm a black man. And when a black man speaks for his people, other black people can come up and say, hey, black person, hey, brother, I think you're wrong about this. But see, we're both thinking something. And then we have a conversation. We may agree or disagree, but at least we both have the same best interests at heart, you would think. But our politics and our points that we make will be the true determiner of who's really up on their shit and who's just talking it. So this Karen proceeded to tell me who I should like or who I should support or who is better or who has the black people's interests at heart. No, Karen. Hell no. You don't get to tell us who we choose. We choose our leaders. We choose our thought leaders. We choose our influencers. We choose. And you know what else happens? Sometimes when grifters come about in our black community, it takes bold black people to stand up to grifters. It takes bold black people to call out other black people who are lying, who are misleading, and who are making our fight harder. That ain't up to you, Karen. You don't get to do that for us. No one's asking you to do it for us. So, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me you're not the enemy. You don't get to tell me if you're my enemy. I get to tell you if you're my enemy. I get to decide what the fuck you are. We all decide for ourselves who our friends and enemies are. You don't get to arbitrate to me. No, you don't get to condescend to me. You are a racist, liberal asshole. That's what you are, Karen. No one's ever told you that? Are you sure you've never heard that? I've got a feeling that if you search the inner recesses of your mayonnaise mind, you'll recall an incident, at least one, where some black person told you to shut the fuck up, you racist Karen. Yeah, I got a feeling that you ain't just stopped being a Karen in this damn thread. Yeah, I got a feeling your Karenification didn't begin on Twitter in 2021. I got a feeling you've been around a long time. I saw your picture. You older than me. And I got a feeling there's been at least one or two black people with the heart to tell you to go fuck yourself and to remind you to stay in your motherfucking lane. Yeah, Karen. I got a strong inkling. You've been told by several people to have a fucking Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up and eat your salad with the sticks and cranberries in it. You know? Now to the black people that think somehow you can hide behind your blackness as you sell black people out, we ain't going for that shit in 2021 or 2022. It's a new day. We are calling your ass out. I don't give a fuck who you work for. I don't care who your friends are. I don't care who you hang out with. I don't care how many degrees you got on a fucking wall. If you're throwing black people under the bus, we coming for that ass. Now, I may not always choose to be this way. I'm supposed to be a nicer Tim Black, you know, who doesn't go so hard, who has people on and interviews them. So hopefully people will understand there will be times when I will pull out a can of whoop ass. Or maybe a 32 bumper of whoop ass on a person. Other times I'm going to lay back and just conduct interviews. But what we're not going to do is allow sellouts or people benefiting from being black in certain spaces who get nice checks cut to them. Meanwhile, they throw black people the fuck under the bus. We're not going to allow you to skate or get by on, I'm with this person, or I'm with this network, or I'm with these people. No, you're not going to be able to just say, I'm black, therefore that doesn't mean that I could ever sell black people out. Because black people have been selling black people out since the beginning of this country as well. Now, some of them may have been in bad situations. Some of them may have been in life-threatening situations. That don't change a motherfucking thing. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you're throwing black people under the bus to line your pockets, to sustain your career, to revamp your platform, you're cool. You're a sellout. It's up to you to redeem yourself and change your ways. But you're not a Jedi mind trick on me. Nah, you ain't gonna run a Jedi mind trick on me or mine. Get them all. And cut the check. Cut the check and get them all, Johnson. Get them all. When I was about 12 years old, there was a guy who used to steal bikes at our school. He used to steal bikes, you know, because we used to ride our bikes to school and chain them up outside. And I knew it was the guy who would steal bikes because, well, he kind of told some of us. Now, I personally didn't have a bike to ride. At least not yet. You know, I couldn't afford one. Not in the beginning of the year anyway. I had to work a lot. I had to do a lot of errands, and a lot of work in the yards, and mowing white people's yards, and pulling weeds, all types of stuff to earn money, to make enough money to buy a bike. So at the beginning of the school year, I didn't have one. Luck would have it, I wouldn't have been able to afford to buy a bike until the end of the school year. So anyway, this bad kid in the neighborhood used to steal bikes. And I remember he stole bikes. He got caught at some point stealing these bikes. And the people he stole the bikes from, well, some of those kids had friends. And some of those friends were bigger than him. And they caught up with this kid. And they whipped his ass. They whipped his ass. Now, I didn't feel bad about him getting his ass whipped. I mean, he's lucky he didn't get shot, but back then people didn't get shot for stuff. Not a lot of stuff anyway. Not often. It was rare for someone to get shot in the 80s. You know? Only like drug dealers got shot. Like regular people didn't get shot like that. In my experience, in my neighborhood. And I remember he came to school after a couple days after the incident of getting his ass kicked. He still had a black eye. Still had a black eye. And one of the kids who he stole the bike from, well, one of those kids was at the school. And he recognized the kid. And he approached the kid and he jumped on him. He jumped at that kid, and that kid said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to fight me? You stole my bike and my friends' bikes, and our friends beat your ass. Why? All we're going to do is beat your ass again." And he said, "I'm going to beat your ass because they're not here." And if you got friends, you're going to have to get them all. You're going to need them all. I don't know. I guess the more of that story was, he left the school. He never returned to the school. His mama took him out of the school and moved back to Southeast, away from the kids, because they was going to kill him. But I understood where he was coming from. Even when you're wrong, sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. And I know that's what a lot of the coons are doing there. I don't even know where that story came from. I wonder how he's doing. But I understand. You know, you're going to get your ass kicked and you feel like you still want to stand up for yourself. But let me explain to you. It's not going to work. You're selling us out and you're stealing from us. And eventually the people are going to gang up and they're going to come for you. And you're going to have to leave. So don't steal bikes. And don't sell us out. Don't throw black people under the bus for votes or views. Be who you're supposed to be. And if you got to walk to school, bitch. I did. It's worse things than walking to school or having a smaller channel or making less money. Yeah, taking less money. It's worse things. Somebody could beat your ass or they could turn you into the bike. Know what I mean? Well, look, guys, I'm Tim Black, Real Tim Black on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Tim Black and that on Instagram. Remember, this is a long journey. I don't know when we're going to win it, but I know we have to fight the good fight. Because as we fight for reparations, as we fight for a black agenda, this ain't about us. I'm not going to be here to see this shit probably. Tim Black been around long enough. My job is to fight for my kids and my grandkids. That's my job. So as we do this work, we do it for the right reasons. It's not about a payoff for us. It's about our kids. At the end of the day, we got to be able to look in the mirror. And we want them to be able to know that we did the right thing for them. This is about what's owed to us from our ancestors. This is about years of discrimination in the wealthiest country in the world that we helped create for free. Not because we're philanthropists, but because they stole our labor. They stole our dreams. They stole our homes. They stole our lives. Fight for it. People are owed reparations. Reparations now. All my Johnsons. Wolfpack. Big K.
Ayo, wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down, fuck up cars, fuck up round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Pause like Tim Black, overwhelmed, but I gotta get my wits jacked. We be preaching to the quiet like a hymn track, but we gotta make a dent, get the rich back. Laying in the street, we got brothers that overdosing, trying to help the poor with their handicap and emotion. Both parties suck, take a minute and let it soak in. They don't give a fuck, they be locking you up and smoking. Both parties suck. Johnson, what they serving up is a lazy concoction. Spit it in a face. Johnson, what the fuck you do with a snake when you boxing? Wanna fall in line with the base is an option. I'ma stand for mine, I'ma ride with my conscience. If you wanna ride, I'd advise you with caution. When they get the chance, sell you out like an auction. Fuck Sit-ins like controlled opposition. Cunts on the boat and they roll their position. Top down, yeah, I'm sold on the mission. I ain't bringing coast, I'm searching for friction. Apologists faking these raps give me conniptions. They be out here serving their donuts like a religion. Calling out these blasphemous promises my addiction. They ain't got no soul, yeah, they sold it out for a patient. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you can't to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause. Ayo time. Fuck conservative run on McDonald's. Clean but you look and you sound like you off at the bottle. White boy dress for the follow. You can see through the grip, so you need to let off of the throttle. Shut the right, we beside, let us have us a top. Be a man, we can walk through the basics. You ain't getting shot, just talking about race. Motherfucker, you get shot for being racist. Yo, say you spitting facts, you clearly be in your feelings. Quoting Ben Shapiro, what else the fuck you conceal? See, we didn't free the slaves and you acting like we the same. Like resigning effects, same thing, you fucking idiot. Right-wing frauds really made me belligerent. Educated America overcoming the ignorance. Big homie black, show you bitches the difference. They outsource the jobs, blaming it on the immigrants. Bro for initiative, hold the line with the wolf pack. Giving me a shot, I blew through him like I'm a fullback. Riding from inside the center, where your soul at. Can't distract flies, cause homie be full of bullcrap. ACAB, yeah, I'm bending the law. Yeah, the system is broke. If you need this and ours, need divine intervention. Need it fixed by the gods, hold up, I'ma need to catch my breath. Pause. Wait, hold up, pause, no debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you can't to debate. We be down for the cause. I be laid on a sauce, keep us down for the cause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause.